And from Nollywood, a group of courtesans attempt to escape the grasp of a notorious kingpin, but political corruption and blood ties make freedom a near impossible goal. In a nutshell, this is a story of characters in the Netflix soon-to-be-released crime thriller Shanty Town. A soiree was organized in celebration of the launch of the series on Netflix. The star-studded cast, including veteran actors like Chidimokeme and Iniedo, were all present. Here's a scoop on how it all went down. Do enjoy.
Balelo, anybody, apalelo.
A group of courtesans attempts to escape the grasp of a notorious kingpin, but political corruption and blood ties make freedom a near impossible goal. This is the story of the characters in the Netflix soon-to-be-released crime thriller Shanty Town. At the soiree organized in celebration of the launch of the series in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, cast and crew are present. Getting into the minds of the series' executive producers, they shed light on the reasons behind the choice of actors and storyline.
When I got the concept for Shanty Town, it was for us to talk about the ill things happening in society, the negative things happening in society, the things that people are not talking about. You know, the negative things that are happening in the slums, organ harvesting, human trafficking, and all those things that are happening that people are not really paying attention to. So that is the concept. We wanted to highlight this underbelly for people to know what we're passing through in the society, and we want it to stop. We want women to have freedom, to be able to live their lives.
What inspired it was, first of all, the drive to tell Nollywood stories, our own stories, in the way that I thought should be told. That was one of the inspirations I had. Why the script? Why the script was just that we realized that there was a need to tell the story. It was something happening in the society whereby nobody was talking about women, the slave trade. I mean, the same. You know, of course, the kind of businesses that goes on behind the scenes, you know, like prostitution is like really big all over the world, but whereby people in authority are thriving off this industry. One of the things that we needed to bring to light, the fact that women, you know, it had a lot to do with women and with kids and how much more they should be protected and what they're actually going through. And the fact that it's a part of this world where some of us don't get to experience, but it's actually happening. So I needed people who are sitting up there who are probably unaware that some things like this are going on in our society and that we need to fix it.
Veteran actor Chidimokeme stars as the lead in this dramatic thriller. Portraying the character for him demanded that he spend actual time in some parts of Lagos, Nigeria to experience the reality of an actual thug. And even after he was able to portray the character, it was difficult pulling out of it once the project was over.
As far as playing the antagonist or the villain is concerned, you know, I'm pretty much very comfortable in that space, you know, because I like to play the bad guy all the time. But Scar was a different kind of bad guy, you know, and the scale of the production, it was so huge, you know, so it was probably on the biggest scale of something I had done before, and the cast list was humongous. You know, you look at, it was the top of the top. You know, the very biggest artists were all on it. And so as far as this villain was concerned, I gave it everything because it needed everything, you know, and it took about 2 months afterwards to be able to pull myself out of the character or to push the character away from me, you know, so it was fun working on it.
Well, my character in Shanty Town is the accountant who counts dirty money. He's a guy who looks very gentle, but then he has shoddy deals he does behind closed doors. So that's my character. For me, it was like a homecoming working with the other casts because most of the casts are people I've known. We've worked in the past with them, and Shanty Town set was like a reunion for all of us. Ini, Zubi Michaels, Chidimokeme, Auntie Shola, and others, you know. I've worked with them in the past, so it was a nice one.
Can I help you?
Shalewa.
Call me Inem.
Inem, she's returned. Then don't release her from Sanko.
You're not supposed to gather this energy, take and go fight Scar. You will get those men. We will bring them to justice.
The director expressed why it was important for the African spirit to be seen through the direction of the story and actors.
You know, Shantytown is pretty much unique in its story development. So when I read it, I wanted to bring some Africanism into it. You know, so when you watch the movie, you will see that the soul of our African community is embedded into that movie, which is the one thing that I wanted to bring into it. Like for instance, there's a character in the movie called what's her name again? The character played by Shola Shubowale. You understand? Originally, the character was not in the movie. I had to introduce it in that. Let's introduce this character so that we can have some form of a mother nature that is protecting these girls in the movie. And that kind of had some texture to the story as a whole. So those are the things that I did, and it kind of made it a bit more unique in its own space. So pretty much that's what I added into it, and that's what makes it a bit more unique.
Shantytown premieres on Netflix on January the 20th, 2023.
Or is it Chief Fernandez who allows you to run his illegal ventures?
We have a code red. While I did for Tanga.